Right, we are live, ladies. Hi, everyone. I'm Aslin Bloor, and that's Indrani, Gianji, and Joy. Welcome to our very first Foodies Plus Live on Facebook. We're old hands at doing this on YouTube and Google Plus, the now dead Google Plus, but this is our first time out on Facebook. Now, if everything goes right, I should be broadcasting simultaneously to the Facebook group, to my page, as well as my YouTube channel. So fingers crossed, it's all working. Let's go say hi to the other ladies, starting with Indrani.
Hi, this is Indrani Sen and I'm a blogger in indranivillteach.com. Like, I love cooking and my blog contains recipes, how to make food, homemade recipes, like restaurant-style recipes from all parts of kitchen around the world, as well as regional recipes from India.
Excellent. It's so good to have you, Indrani. I cannot believe we've known each other for almost a decade, but this is our first live show together. Right.
Yes.
Let's go say hi to Joy, with whom I've done lots of shows.
Hello, everyone. I'm really pleased to be here today making my twist on Caesar salad. I blog over at The Joyous Kitchen, and I recently started a magazine called Food in the Time of Quarantine. It's a free recipe magazine.
That's right. And you can get that link. Just head on over to your profile on Facebook to get the link.
Yes, you can see all of the issues, download all of the issues on Facebook in my profile.
Excellent. Good to have you. Good to be doing this again with you. Right. We're going to go over to Gianji.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Giangi Townsend. I am the founder and blogger of giangiskitchen.com. I've been blogging for 10 years, and it all started as a fluke because I got tired of answering phone call, what's for dinner tonight? So my recipe are mainly caters towards working parents or people who want to cook, but they're afraid of the kitchen. So I help them, guide them through how and make it easy for them. I create my own recipe by opening the refrigerator. I take a classic recipe and I bring it down to less than 45 minutes, and how a working parent would love to, and anyone who's working, as a matter of fact, would love to make the recipe and within a small amount of time, and yet without losing the fragrance and the taste and everything to it. So thank you very much for being here. I'm excited about this today. Like, there is no tomorrow, so this is fun. We're going to have fun.
Absolutely. Hi to everybody who's joined us. Let me just go say hi to everyone. Whether you're on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, you need to go to streamyard.com something. The link is on the Facebook group post to allow it access to just your name on Facebook, so that when you leave a comment, we know that it's you and not just a generic Facebook user. Okay. Hi, everybody. Neelam, Sandra, Sheikhs, Jamal from Sri Lanka. Long time no see. Right.
Hi, Jamal.
Let's get back to the recipe itself. So we're doing Caesar salad. So when we were thinking of what to do for today's very first show, I thought, right, I'll give you a simple challenge. I'll give you a standard classic, a simple classic recipe, Caesar salad, which is made, most of you will know this, Caesar salad is a green salad made with romaine lettuce and croutons dressed with lemon juice, olive oil, egg, Worcestershire sauce, sometimes anchovies, garlic, and mustard. So that's your standard. And I've asked the ladies to give it their own twist, whatever they want to do. So let's go take turns, starting with Indrani, to see how they're going to make the Caesar salad their own. Indrani, tell us, how are you making it different?
Okay, today I'm adding chicken and chicken baked in the oven with tandoori flavors, like the flavors of Punjab, where I'm adding the red chili paste. I have made a homemade red chili paste and Kashmiri chilies, or you can use smoked paprika if you don't have Kashmiri chilies. Then garam masala, and I'm marinating the chicken, and I have already baked it. I have already put for baking in the oven. And I will smoke it. I'll show you how to smoke it directly on the flame. And then I'm going to use it in my salad. It gives you excellent flavors, and you love once you add it, you love the recipe. You love the dish.
Excellent. So you are going to Indianize the Caesar salad, to put it simply, right? Let's go through your ingredients.
Okay. So for the chicken, I'm taking boneless breast pieces into bite-sized pieces. I have cut it into bite-sized pieces. And here I'm using kasuri methi, that is dried fenugreek leaves. Then red chili paste. I prefer soaking the red chilies in water and then making a paste of it rather than using just a powder because it gives you more flavors. And then I'm using Kashmiri chili powder. I prefer not to use a color because it has a reddish. This gives you a reddish tinge. And
sorry, Indrani, what powder?
Kashmiri chili powder.
Okay, Kashmiri chili powder. Yeah, okay.
Instead of the food color, you can use the Kashmiri chili powder because this will add color without the lots of spiciness. Like not very spicy, then you can add this. And food color is not required. It will give you a natural red hue. Okay. So what I am going to do is first.
Right. So Indrani, you've got chicken. You're going to Indianize it, and you're going to the protein that you're adding to the Caesar salad is going to be tandoori chicken, right? Chicken breast cooked in the tandoori style. Okay.
Right. So I'm adding ginger garlic paste. Let's see, this is the ginger garlic paste I'm adding. Then this red chili paste.
Okay.
Then add salt.
What's that?
Salt.
Salt. Okay. What was that in that wet chili paste again? Was it just another type of chili powder again, or ground chilies?
Yeah, ground chili I have not given as of now. This is only the paste. This is hung curd. Curd you can just keep it for on a strainer. You can keep it for 4 or 5 hours. It will leave all the water.
Okay, so thick yogurt. In other words, children.
You can use the Greek yogurt, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and then we add a little bit of lemon juice.
Sounds good. Okay, you can take that bowl. If you can take that bowl slightly back, and we'll see it better. That's it. Okay, so all the ingredients in there. You're going to marinate that chicken. And how long are you going to marinate it for?
You can marinate it for at least half an hour. But today, that's why I have already baked it in the oven. And you give a little bit of kasuri methi here.
That's dried fenugreek leaves, guys, which you can get online. You can get at ethnic stores, Indian stores. Okay.
What we do is, in this red chili, we add this oil. Okay. So you can see this makes a very very dark red paste. Okay. So this oil, when you give this on this chicken, it adds a very bright color to it.
Okay, so take the bowl back a bit, Indrani, so we can see it. That's it. Great. Okay, perfect. All right, so she's marinating the chicken, and now you're going to put it, what are you going to do with it?
Okay, so now I'm going to put it in the skewer and put it and keep it in the oven. But I have already done that, so I'll just show you. This I will do it, but I'll just show you that the baked chicken already marinated.
Okay, I tell you what, Indrani, hang on a minute. We're going to go over to Joy and get her. Okay, since you're there. All right, so that's what. Here's one she prepared earlier, people.
Yeah, it is in the skewers like this, and then we can we have to bake it for at least 15-20 minutes because it's boneless. If it is with bones, it will take much longer time, but this is with boneless. 15-20 minutes will be fine, and then I can smoke it.
Okay, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do that at the next step. But show us the chicken again. Show us. Sure. Look it up again. Show the chicken skewers. Doesn't that look good? That looks simply amazing. So Indrani has done the first step of a recipe, which was to marinate the chicken and bake the chicken in the oven. Now we're going to go over to Joy and see what she's planning. Thanks, Indrani. We'll get back to you in a bit.
Thank you. Thank you.
right then,
Hello,
Joy.
everyone.
Yours different.
Okay, so I like Caesar salad. I think it's a pretty good classic dish, and I also like Peruvian food. So I decided
Because
Can you hear me? Okay.
why do you like Peruvian food? Tell us.
Because I have family. My husband's parents are. His mom's side of the family is all Peruvian, and they always bring amazing Peruvian dishes to any get-together that we have. So I always look forward to that food, and I've learned a lot from them, which is really awesome. In fact, I'm going to put a Peruvian twist on this Caesar salad. It's going to be Caesar salad anticuchos, and anticuchos is a really ancient form of a barbecue skewer. We're going to do anticuchos camarones, shrimp anticuchos.
Okay.
And we've got them marinating right here. There you go, before they go on the skewers. And they're just going to go really quickly on the heat. But the first step is to make my Caesar dressing with just a touch of a very important ingredient to Peruvian cooking. This is called, can you guys see? I don't really endorse any brand over the other, but this is ají amarillo. It's a pepper, yellow pepper. It's about medium to mild on the Scoville scale. It grows in Peru, and it's got kind of a smoky taste as well. So it's a really lovely, unique ingredient. And I actually ordered this off Amazon, so you can really get, any kind of ají amarillo from,
Cool. If I can just interrupt, for those of you who would like to know more about ají amarillo, there is an article of it on my blog, which is, just go search on my Facebook profile, linsfood.com, do a search and you can read more about ají amarillo. Right, back to Joy.
So we're going to do traditional Caesar salad, and instead of lemon juice, the acid is going to be rice wine vinegar. Anticuchos, somewhere along the way, it got like kind of a Chinese twist because that's really popular in Peru, Chinese food, and there's kind of a fusion there. There's a bit of a history of it if you want interesting reading. At any rate, so we start the Caesar salad by making a paste with, I'm sorry, I'm going to hold this up to the camera. 2 cloves of garlic. You lay out some, salt in a bowl, and then you're going to use a spoon to crush it into a paste. We're going to crush it into a paste, and then we're going to add anchovies and continue to crush into a paste. And then we add our egg yolk and our mustard, and we will emulsify.
Okay, so you're keeping the anchovies in your recipe, and what's your protein is prawns, right, or shrimp, camarone?
Shrimp. Okay. Yes, prawns or shrimp. I am keeping the anchovies. Fish is super popular in Peru. Like ceviche is maybe the #1 dish. So we just, gotta have fish at a Peruvian party.
Okay, so you're making the dressing, which is going to consist of garlic, anchovies, red wine vinegar,
rice wine,
white wine,
rice,
red wine vinegar. Okay, and what else, Joy?
It's anchovies, rice wine vinegar, salt, garlic, olive oil, and Dijon mustard, an egg yolk, and the ají amarillo chili paste.
Okay, and the ají amarillo. Okay, cool. So shall we leave you to make the dressing, and we'll go on to Gianji to start hers. Okay, cool, Gianji. Are you ready? We're coming over.
I am ready. Hi, everyone. Well, I am going to stay with the classic recipe because of my background, which is French and Italian. And of course, she's a star of the gentleman who created, even though he wasn't Tijuana, he was Italian. So I'm going to stay with an Italian theme. And I am going to add saltimbocca, shrimp with basil instead of sage. But the difference of my little recipe is I am going to show you, which is pretty much how my blog is, how easy it is to make it on a food processor. So instead of me chopping and pasting and doing, I am going to show you how easy it is to make it here. So we'll cut a lot of the time down. My recipes are very simple. I have olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic, 8 anchovy fillet with a slightly chopped, roughly chopped this morning, a ½ cup of lemon juice, 8 teaspoons of mustard, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 egg yolk, salt and pepper, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, which is kind of hiding back there. I also have this beautiful piece of cheese that I'm going to either shave or crush over it. The Caesar salad, which I cut in chunks because unfortunately I could not find the beautiful chicken romaine hearts. And I am going to I have prosciutto right here with the shrimp, which I'm going to season with a lot of pepper on it. I will not put salt because, as you know, the prosciutto is already salted, so I will not do so. I will gently saute them and then assemble my vegetable trout. Very, very easy. The recipe is the classic to it. So I'm looking forward to making it with all of you.
Cool. So that's very well laid out, Gianji. That's very good. So we are going to leave you to very lightly saute your shrimp on the stove while we go back to Indrani to see what he's doing. Shall we do that?
Absolutely. I'll see you in a bit.
All righty. Back to you, Indrani. So just a quick recap. Indrani's cooked the chicken skewers after marinating them. Now she's giving them. What you doing now, Indrani?
I'm smoking the chicken directly on the flame. It gives you a nice like curry kind of burnt smoked flavor that enhances the taste. Now you can see it. You have little carb bits.
Yeah. So that's the trick. That's the trick, people. So the chicken is cooked. She baked it in the oven, and now all she's doing is giving it charred bits, mimicking the smoky flavor you would get if you were doing it in a tandoor oven, right? So what's next, Indrani?
Next, I'll make the dressing. For that, I will just. So here I have yolks. 2 egg yolks I've taken. And
could you just take that bowl back a little bit, please? Take it not too far away. That's perfect. Back a bit on the counter. Sorry about the technical problems. Okay, that's fine. We can see it now. No, back. Okay, all right. That's it. Perfect. 2 egg yolks. Yay, can see them now.
Okay. Now this mustard, what I have added green chilies in it, so it's a little bit of spicy. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of mustard here.
Did you said you added green chilies to the mustard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Juice. So I'm adding some lemon juice here.
So 2 egg yolks, the juice of half a lemon, some mustard that's got green chilies blended into it. Okay, that's 3 ingredients or 4.
I have the garlic.
Okay, some grated garlic. Tablespoon. It looked like it wasn't it? Someone's asking if that was a tablespoon of mustard. Sheik's, I think Sheik, her name is. So about a tablespoon of mustard, Indrani? Yeah, about a tablespoon. About a tablespoon of mustard. More or less, doesn't really matter to taste.
This is Worcestershire sauce, so just a little bit, like half teaspoon. Or something.
What's that?
Sauce.
Salt.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. Okay, Worcestershire sauce. Righty.
A little bit of salt, and then
right. Okay, so that was easy enough. Egg yolks, mustard with a bit of green chili, some lemon juice, some Worcestershire sauce.
Then I'm adding this olive oil.
Okay, that looks good. So that's the dressing. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to leave you there because you'll be finishing the salad after this, right? So I'm going to leave you there.
Yes, it will take some time to emulsify this.
Cool. And we'll go over to Joy and see how she's doing with her dressing. We're back to you, Joy.
All right, so this dressing is just about ready for the acid, but you can see that thickness in there, that lovely
back a bit.
emulsification going.
Perfect.
There we go.
That's it. Perfect. Cool.
Yes. And we're actually ready to do the shrimp. The pan is screaming hot. It's going to be 2 minutes on each side. They're tiny, so they'll cook really quickly. And after that, one more twist that I forgot, we're going to do grilled romaine. I figured it would kind of go back to the anticuchos theme. So a couple of tips while I have you here about grilling romaine. It really needs to be dry. It's got to be dry, and it's got to be very quick. You're not cooking it. The reason you don't want it to be wet at all is because that water is going to steam it. It's going to cook it. You want to retain some crunch. All you're doing is getting a little char, adding a little flavor. You're not actually cooking the romaine lettuce. So
cool.
That's actually kind of a...
So what Joy just said just now, folks, is that she's actually going to very, very quickly char or grill her romaine lettuce. So that's quite different from the usual fresh. So she's just going to, she's skewering, if that's such a word, her prawns or shrimp in American speak. And what you're going to do, put them on the pan?
Yes, I have this beautiful grill pan. It's been like punishingly hot here. It is 104 American units. Sorry, I don't know how to convert.
Fahrenheit. You don't.
Yeah, Fahrenheit. You got it. I know. I'm sorry. That's very cringy. Okay. We're putting that shrimp on the skewer, and then we are going to put it. You can see the pan smoking. It's so hot, which is kind of nice because you really do want to get like.
Okay, so you're going to char the prawns. So we're going to leave you. Are you going to do them briefly? I mean, prawns don't take long to cook, do they?
Oh yeah, they'll go 2 minutes per side.
How long each side?
About 1.5 to 2 minutes per side. They're really small too, smaller than they looked on the bag. So they'll go really quickly.
Okay, and did you marinate them at all, Joy?
Oh yes, actually that's important to note. I did marinate them. They are marinated in soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, garlic, ginger, ají, amarillo paste, and sesame oil. So it's going back to that like Peruvian Chinese fusion. It's really classic. That's also more or less how you do saltado, which is a really popular dish there.
Yeah, which is beef. So how long will you marinate the seafood for? Because if you've got acid there, you don't want to marinate seafood for too long because it'll cook.
Absolutely. So you could do a super quick marinade. You literally just throw it in, toss it up, and you're going to go ahead and put it on the skewers right after that.
Great. Okay. So while Joy is cooking her shrimp, we'll go back to Gianji and see how she's getting on.
Well, I just put the basil, a lot of pepper on my shrimp. I round them up with the prosciutto, put a skewer. Just a little side note, Joy, we're going to be 113 today. It's hot here too. Yes, we're boiling for 135 days, over 110. It's kind of crazy. So going back to the recipe, I am right now sauteing and turning it, and it's almost ready. If you guys were here, you would just love the smell of it. But what I'm gonna do, just to tease you a little bit, I'm going to bring the pan to you. Look at this.
Awesome. So these are prosciutto wrapped prawns. Okay.
Correct. With basil. Okay.
Right.
So they're like your typical saltimbocca, but on the reverse. Instead of being the prosciutto inside of the veal, I'm doing it around it. So it gives a nice little crispness to it to go with the salad. And it's fun also because you can use it as an appetizer, as a main main course. So you can go both ways just with a simple recipe. So I'm almost done.
Gianji, just tell us, for those people who've never done it before. So you've got your prosciutto, then you've got your basil, and then you've got your prawn in that order?
No, what I do, I take the prawn. I put the basil. I got some basil from my garden this morning. I take a basil leaf, wrap it, and then I wrap the prosciutto, take a little toothpick, put it in, and then make this kind of little pocket. I'll show you. And this kind of little pocket like this.
Okay.
And that's how it is. And then I just put it onto a little skillet over medium heat with a little bit of butter. I use 2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
And I just the butter melted. I put it in. I don't cook it too high. On medium heat is the best, so it will just kind of crisp up nicely without burning, and the shrimp gets cooked inside. So,
and how long are you going to be cooking those wraps per side?
Both sides, probably for a minute and a half, 2 minutes on each side. What I'm looking at is having the prosciutto crisp. So when you have it with the salad, which is your classic, it has the nice little bites to it. Then you bite into the crispness of as well as prosciutto. But they are ready. So I am a little bit ahead of the curve here. So I'll wait until everybody else is done. If there's any questions, please let me know.
All right. If you've got any questions about the recipe, just hit us up. If we don't get to you while we're live, we'll get to you after the show, whatever platform you're watching this on. So, right. So Indrani is almost done. We're going to go to, no, Gianji is almost done. We're going to go to Indrani, who should be wrapping up her recipe now.
Okay, so this requires at least 5 minutes. You should drizzle olive oil and you should emulsify it using manual beater or electric beater. So I have already seen here I have done, but it should be runny consistency.
What if people are not keen on raw eggs, Indrani? What do you suggest?
You don't use raw eggs. Okay, you can use eggless mayonnaise or you can use cream.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you've got the dressing ready. You've got your chicken tikka pieces. Okay, what's next? Are you going to be assembling it now?
Yes, I have this salad bowl. I can cut this chicken tikkas into little bit small pieces and we'll assemble it like this.
Okay, so you're just taking the chicken tikka off the skewer.
Yes. And smaller
Chopping
pieces.
it up. Okay. Can people just sort of tear them up instead with your fingers to make them more rough looking?
Sure, of course. And then I have the rest here. So add the dressing.
Okay, so you're pouring the dressing in.
Yeah. And you just kind of toss it.
Okay. All right. So you've placed the dressing into the bowl, and then you've put your lettuce in the bowl. Then you toss the lettuce and the dressing ever so slightly.
Yes.
And then you've got your chicken tikka. Okay. Again, you're mixing it all up.
You can just tear it. That's fine. Into pieces.
That looks really good. I can imagine how well the tandoori chicken is going to go with the whole mustard, green chili, because you added green chili to it, which is very, very typical in much of Indian cooking.
Okay, and
I've got a question. Did the dressing go in first or the lettuce? Indrani?
yes.
It's okay. I'll do that. The dressing went in first, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to be mixing it up. So it doesn't matter. You can put the lettuce in and the dressing on top. Doesn't matter at all.
As it is convenient to you, you can do that. And I'm grating this paneer. I'm grating paneer. Instead of using cheese, parmesan. So I'm using local ingredient.
Okay, so in case you guys missed it because we had a bit of sound problems there. So in keeping with the Indian theme of Indrani Caesar salad, she's finishing it off with a good grating of paneer, which is fresh, unaged Indian cheese.
So you can see, I think.
Cool. Yes, that looks amazing. I can just imagine how well the chicken tikka is going to go with all that.
If you want to add bread croutons, I have the bread croutons, like I have made homemade, cut the breads and I toss on the boil. You can add that. You can also make this with coconut oil. And coconut oil, it also is very flavorful.
Make what with coconut oil? The dressing?
Dressing. Instead of olive oil, if you add coconut oil.
Okay. Cool. That looks really, really good. Now tell your daughter and your husband, don't eat that until you've taken a photo of it. Okay. Excellent. That looks really good. Now we're going to go back to Joy. But before that, I'm just going to we've got a question from Jamal in Namal. Did I say Jamal? Namal? Sorry, I think I called you Jamal earlier on. Jamal lives in Jordan. Namal.
Namal.
Right. So is this Savour the Flavour show going to broadcast on a weekly basis? We'll see. It's going to be regular, but how regular remains to be seen. So let's go back to Joy.
Hello, everyone. I am maybe forgetting a few things this morning. Perhaps have to get a little more caffeinated. It's a little early here. But I did forget that I also put Parmesan in this dressing. So this one has some Parmesan.
Grated Parmesan. Parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now our lettuce is ready. I want to show you guys these beautiful grill marks. If you can see that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that looks good.
Thank you. And so to finish it off, what we're going to do is actually put the shrimp across. And
you want to bring that? Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I certainly will. Sorry. So we're going to put the shrimp across.
Higher, Joy, higher up.
Yes.
That's it. Okay, cool. Oh, that looks good. Great presentation.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.
So the plate is topped with your grilled romaine lettuce, and then you've got prawns still on the skewers on top. Okay.
Correct. I think I'll put the dressing on first and then the prawns on top so you can see those beautiful grill marks.
Okay. Okay. Because traditionally Caesar salad is meant to be eaten with your hands, isn't it? You're meant to have the romaine lettuce full and then actually lift it up with all the ingredients in there and eat it like that. So.
Well, I didn't know that, but that makes this dish a good representation. All right, dropping things. Okay, so then we put over, I actually could not find cotija cheese, tough times, but I'm substituting some feta because you really can't have these flavors without a little bit of sharp, crumbly, firm cheese.
What would you have gone for? You said you couldn't get it?
Oh, cotija. Mexican cotija cheese is my favorite on top of things like
that looks so good.
Wonderful.
That really is great and fantastic presentation as well.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Right. We'll go over to Gianji for her to finish off her recipe.
Great. So now let's do the dressing into the food processors. Like I say, 2 garlic cloves, which are slightly smashed. Then I have 8 fillets of anchovy, which are roughly chopped this morning.
Anchovies in oil?
Yes, anchovies and oils, which I drained and I dried in the oil, and then I chopped. Okay. Then a half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice, which I'm going to put in there without making a mess out of myself because I'm very good at this. Okay.
Why orange juice?
Lemon juice. It gives us a little juice. Okay. Did I say orange juice?
I think you did.
You know what? I really think I did, but I'm like Joy.
We'll rewatch it and point fingers.
No, most likely you're right because I am actually terrible, and I'm like Joy. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here, and I wake up at 6, but I went to bed at 3. So it's like I only had 1 espresso instead of my 2. So please, guys, bear with me. The recipes are
we've got a question, Sheiks. I'm just going to call you Sheiks, okay? So that was the anchovies that Gianji patted dried before chopping to place in the dressing.
Yes, I did. I removed some of the oil because I personally do not care for the oil that it sits in there. It after a while it gets aged a little bit, so I like to pat it and remove whatever oil from it so it doesn't give that extra bite to it. That's a personal choice. I do so.
Okay, I got a witness. She heard orange juice too.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like, I'm not awake. So this is mustard, Dijon mustard, and I'm only using a teaspoon of it, which was really sad for me because I love mustard. I just eat it like that. So that's the mustard. And then 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, also, which every time you use Worcestershire sauce, make sure that you shake the bottle because there's always a little sediment. Just a little side note there. Then, of course,
I'm just going to stop you there for a minute. Gianji, I'll be back with you in half a minute. Okay, so for all those of you guys who are leaving comments, for half of you, I can't see who you are because you need to go to StreamYard's site. The link is on the post on Facebook, and give them permission to recognize your name. It doesn't do anything else, just recognizes you. So I will know who's actually leaving a comment. Okay, sorry, Gianji, back to you.
That's all right. 1 egg yolk at room temperature, so it will not change the flavors of the sauce. 1.
So talk us through that again. So we had anchovies, we had...
Okay, so we have a 2 garlic cloves, 8 fillet of anchovy, which has drained, patted down, and roughly chopped. A half a cup of lemon juice. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, the regular kind, not the grainy kind. 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 egg yolk. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of salt to taste. Now be very careful with the salt, not too much, because as you know, the anchovies aren't already salty, so you don't want to over-salt it, and it's so much easier to add to it than to take it out. A little bit of pepper, and I am ready to blend it all up. Where did I put my top? Right here, guys. I have it.
Yay! Okay, I'm going to mute you. Okay. All righty. I was given express instructions to mute Gianji while she was doing her dressing, folks.
It shakes the table. It's loud.
Right. I think you're done now. Are you done? Oil.
Come back out. Now what I need to do, as you can see, it's all blended in. I am going to add a little bit of the olive oil. Now I have 2 food processors. I have a big one where I can actually take the lid off and do it, but I also have my little horse here, which is my small little 4 cup, which I use all the time. It's literally in the kitchen. So but because I have to hold it down, I am not ambidextrous, so I can't hold the cup and put the oil at the same time. So bear with me. So as Aslan, you're going to have to chop.
Okay. Okay. She's adding olive oil, folks. All right. So we're just going to mention, hi, Sandra. Sandra says, love that you can change up the protein in salads like this. Maria says, Gianji and Lynn, you girls are so much fun. And Indrani and Joy too. Namal says, I still remember Joy's chocolate chicken recipe. Yeah, Joy, what was that? Remember, what was it, Joy?
Oh, yeah, that's chicken mole.
Chicken mole, that's the one. Okay, back to Gianji now, I think. Put your thumb up when we're ready to go back to you. One more minute. Okay, I think. Right. Okay. Oh, you can see her making the dressing. I'll ask her when she's done. Gianji, when you're done, how much olive oil?
Half cup looks like.
Later. Tell us later. Zap it first. Blitz the dressing. That's it. Okay, so lots of people watching the show live. I'm so glad you guys made the time to come and see us. Right, she's adding more oil. Yes, Leroy, we've got you. Okay, I think that's her cheese. She said she was using Parmesan, didn't she, Joy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's Parmesan going in the dressing as well. So that is a loaded dressing. That looks good from here already. All righty, I think she's done now. I've unmuted you, Gianji. Oh.
Okay, guys. I just love to taste my food. And when I get my cooking classes, I always have a bunch of them. And it's kind of fascinating. So it is all done. As you have seen, it takes, 3 seconds, 4 seconds? Well, maybe a little bit longer than that, but to put it together. So now what I'm going to do, I am going to take my little, I have a wooden bowl. I'm going to add.
We were sorry to interrupt you, but when we were preparing, talking about this, you were going to tell the audience how this was very possible to take to someone's house as a recipe. So someone could make that the prawn covered prosciutto covered prawns, cook that at home.
Yes.
And then take the romaine lettuce and then make the dressing at home, or?
No, I will recommend making the dressing at home. Put it on a nice little jar container, and then when you get to your friend's house, shake it up, and then prepare it. Then, like, put a little bit on the bottom of the plate, just to kind of give the plate the bottom. Because as French, we always use our dressing on the bottom of the plate, and then we work the lettuce on it. We put the lettuce on top of it, and we must slightly massage it. So as you can see, I put like a couple of tablespoons.
Okay, so I've got a question.
Yes.
How much oil would you say you roughly used in that one?
I used 1.25 cups of oil. I put a cup and a half in here, and I still have a little bit of quarter left. So it's a quarter.
That's about 300 to 310 mils for all you metric people. Okay.
Yes. And then I'll take my lettuce, which I chopped. Unfortunately, I could not find beautiful hearts this morning, so I put that in there to start off with a little bit.
So, Sheiks, you see that Gianji actually put a fair amount of dressing in her bowl first,
Okay.
And then she placed the lettuce.
And then what I do, you massage it. You always just gently work the lettuce, even though if it's romaine and it's a tougher lettuce than a butter lettuce, you always gently mix it. You just kind of play with it. I found, and that's the French way, that if you put the dressing on the bottom, when you go to stir it, all the leaves gets better married with the dressing itself. And then you can add a little bit more later and whatnot. So right now, this looks absolutely beautiful.
Wonderful. That looks really, really. I mean, I could eat that bowl just of just lettuce with your dressing.
Thank you. That. And then I'll just put a little bit of my little shrimps on top of it. Okay. Now the rule of thumb, it's 4 shrimp per person. If this was a meal, like, you know, you can do this as a full meal. So I'm going to try to squeeze a 4th one in there. There you go. Ooh. And I have some fabulous cheese that I just bought and my baby little grinder, and I just put some more on it. Now, one other thing, Parmesan cheese. I grate some Parmesan cheese over it just to give it an extra little flavor. Now, one little tip that I've learned a long time ago, whenever you put salt or pepper or cheese, never do it too low because it gets concentrated in an area. Always do it higher up so you give it a better distribution on your plate.
Sure. And as food bloggers who photograph our own food, that has the side benefit of making a mess on your table that adds to the photo as well.
Okay, just a little bit basil there, and that's it, folks. My dish is all ready.
Absolutely gorgeous. Amazing. I think you ladies did, don't you all think they did an amazing job, everyone who's been watching us? Such different flavors. I'm excited for the next show, whenever that may be. So we're just going to recap with every single one what they did. Okay, so we started with Caesar salad, and then the challenge was for everybody to add their own twist to the salad. So Indrani, I'm going to go to you and quickly tell us what you did to the Caesar salad.
I did tandoori chicken with boneless chicken pieces. I marinated it with spices like chili paste, garam masala, and dried fenugreek leaves, and oil. And I baked it for 15 minutes in the oven. You can see now it's done. This is done today. This is mandatory. Okay. So I prefer that that Kashmiri chili powder, instead of food color, you use the Kashmiri chili powder, mix it with oil and smear the chicken. So now it's red color. And then I made the dressing. So dressing with 2 raw egg yolks, and olive oil, half cup of olive oil, and we had 1 tablespoon of mustard paste, in which I had added a green chili and lemon juice.
Kasuri,
Yes.
kasuri methi too?
And garlic grated.
Okay. And did you have dried fenugreek leaves in there too? Nope.
I couldn't tell you. Yes. Can you just please repeat it?
Okay. So basically, Indrani, you Indianized the Caesar salad by using tandoori chicken and Kashmiri chilies, went into the marinade itself, and then to finish it all off with an Indian flourish, you grated some paneer all over, right? Where you are, just show us the bowl now. Where you are, just show us the bowl. That's it.
Yeah.
Tilt it ever so slightly. Perfect. Excellent. That looks amazing and sounds amazing too. Thank you, Indrani. I'm going to go over to Joy now. Right, Joy.
Hello. Let's finish off our Caesar salad anticuchos. And these anticuchos are anticuchos camarones. We grilled some shrimp in a Peruvian Chinese-inspired marinade. We grilled our romaine, and we put a little bit of a secret Peruvian ingredient into the Caesar salad dressing. And I can't wait to tuck in.
Oh, awesome. And your romaine. So you didn't peel the leaves. Did you peel the layer?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so you really want to get down to just the inside because you don't want anything to fall off and get soggy. That's no fun. You want to cut the tips off, and you want to get out all the outside leaves that are going to fall off anyway. So you really kind of get in close and tight there for that romaine heart. Really
excellent. And once again, I know I've said it a few times, fantastic presentation there, Joy.
Thank you so much.
And don't forget, take a photo before you tuck in.
You bet.
It'll be breakfast. Right,
I'm down.
Over to Gianji. Right, Gianji. Summarize.
Well, mine was pretty much taking the classic recipe, which we all have, and making it, instead of sitting there crushing it and bathing it and so on and so forth, making it for every night use. So you can make this at home on a nightly basis if you want to, or just on a special occasion, but mainly on a nightly. And boom, you're done in, as you've seen, probably a couple of minutes. So just bringing it back down to us busy people who work all day long, who have kids running around, have a lot of activity. So that's how I did it. And I made it with saltimbocca shrimps with a little bit of basil. So it's very the classic, but I also show you how to put the dressing on the plate. So when you massage the salad, you will have all the leaves nicely enveloped with the dressing.
Yes. All right. Great. So that was our Caesar salad with a twist from India. Joy is in San Francisco, Joy?
Yeah, the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm. The Bay Area. And Gianji?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
In Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm in the UK. So not that I made anything. So
no, you invited us. Are you kidding? This is fantastic.
Right then. So this was fantastic. It was our very first Facebook Live, and fingers crossed we will be doing this fairly regularly. So look out for that, everybody. And if you've got any questions, just put them in the after the show in the comment section. Ladies, can they find the written recipe anywhere? Have you posted this on your blogs yet?
It will be up later today.
No, tandoori chicken recipe is there, but I have to, the Caesar salad recipe is not there. I have to add it in the blog.
Okay. Gianji?
The saltimbocca shrimps, yes, it is on my website. The Caesar salad will be tomorrow on the website. So everything will be there, and I'll just put different combination also that you can do, with the Caesar salad. And once you have the basics Caesar salad, I'm sure your lady can concur with this. We can do so much with it. So it's kind of
excellent. So what I'm going to do to everyone watching is, when the show's over, give me an hour or two. I'll go to all the different platforms, which is Facebook group, the Foodies Plus Facebook group, my foodie Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. If you want to search for it, if you're not already there, it's just as Lindblom on YouTube. And I'll add the links to all the websites for these ladies so that you can search for the different recipes. And subscribe to their websites. So there you go. Our very first Foodies Plus Live, Savor the Flavor. And I hope that we shall be seeing you again for our next installment. Take care now. Say bye, ladies.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Joy.